Hi, I'm the BBQ Butcher. In today's video, I'll be turning this whole pork shoulder into a Boston butt. I've had many people ask me comments and emails and messages about how they can make a Boston butt. And so that's what we're going to be turning this into today. But before we start, as you can see, I've got a flash little blue glove on it. This is instead of having a butcher's mesh glove, this is cool for hunters, fishermen. This is what we call a Kevlar glove. You can't cut yourself. As you can see, very sharp F-dick knife, but you can stab yourself through it, so just be careful, but it gives you a lot more protection. To get this knife, to get the knives and the gloves that I'm wearing, this came from my friend at Argus in Butchery Supply, so follow the link below in the video. But so let's get on with the video, and first we're going to take out the neck bone and the soft bone here. This is a cool soft bone, so we'll spin them over, and we'll just start running your knife down there, down the side part. There's a bit of gristle on there when you're coming down. Give the knife a bit of a sharpen on our cool steel. And just push there, run your knife on the angle, remember always into the meat. So open it up and let the meat do itself. See how I'm doing that? One cut down the neck, and this will open it up once I do one more cut, using its own weight to open it all up. Down there, down the neck, here we go. And now we've scooped this down on the backbone. There we go. So there's your, that's what we call pork neck bones. They use them for soup. There's a soft bone in here as well, which is pretty cool. Just cut it straight through and then pull it off, see? So you don't even need a saw to do that, and just go straight down, comes off. So that's what we call soft bones in New Zealand. Probably called many different names around the world. But then, so we've got that, and there's always, be careful, you don't want to leave a little bone dust there. So then we're going to come here, and we're going to, there's all this neck trim here is from when it's killed. So we just take this out. We're going to turn this into sausages. Remember, we've got a whole series of videos coming out on sausage making, so that's going to be pretty cool. So we'll be using a lot of this trim for the videos. And you can see here there's a little bit more stuff. Pick that out. Just slowly come through here, and you can see this is where the collar joins the picnic. And we're going to try and pull the Scotch way. We're going to do it with the bone in, and just slowly go through here, and then you're going to find the bone. And I've really found it in one motion. So I was trying to get it there so I could show you guys. So if you have a look here, that's the ball joint of the shoulder blade, the scapular bone there. So instead of using your little knife, get your big knife out, and then we're just going to go straight through there and cut it. So that's what we've done there. We've left the arm bone is there, as you can see, it's really cool. And here is the scapular bone. So most people, there's a big argument online about everyone says, do pulled pork with the bone in. Some people say bone out, but we're going to do both versions today. We're going to leave the bone in, as you can see there. So, and then some people leave skin on, skin off, but we're not going to do that. We're going to take the skin off. So again, now this skin here, you just start on the fatty end of it. We're just going to work down. Run your knife again, that angle. Push the meat. You let the meat do the work on the skin. Well, that's how sharp my knife is. It went straight through the skin. So when you've got it going, turn it over. And just slowly pull that skin off. Because this skin, we're going to reuse it and roll a roast out of it. Of the other meat on the other side that we don't use for sausages. So just keep on going, pulling it off. Pulling. As you can see, just slowly it comes off. And people always ask me, oh, what knives do you use, BBQ Butcher? And I tell them, I've always been using F-dick. Awesome brand, always sharp, can't go wrong. So that's pretty much what we're going to call a Boston butt. And remember, there's one other, people ask, oh, what's that little bone there? That bone there connects from there all the way up to here. So once this is cooked, you see those cool videos, people pull them all out in one go. So that's what we're going to use. I just use that, season it up, and put it on your barbecue or grill to begin with. So that's really easy. Yeah, great piece of meat. And then the other piece over here is just trim a bit of this fat. There's always a bit of fat on the neck part. I don't know why. I'm not an animal, so I don't know. But we'll use that in the sausages. So get this piece of cool skin here, because it makes crackle, and just score up this piece of meat. Do diamonds or do any shape that you want. So yep, so that's all ready now. So now we can wrap that around another cool piece of meat, of pork meat, to make a cool roast. So here, we're just going to take that piece off there. Again, skin this out. And we're going to basically turn this into pork trim for the sausages. And we can put it under here and give it a quick tie in there to make a pork roast. So again, with the ball joint facing away from you, get your knife, cut until you hit the bone, as I have, then scoop down the leg bone. Very easy, opens it up, as you can see. There's the bone. Again, get your knife down, and on the other side, we'll do here, carry it on round. As I always say, just follow it around and roll the bone out. Get the joint there and the tendon. Just follow yourself around and just clean it out. Again, more pork bones. No, it should be all of those meat gone. You can use this skin here for the crackle, but the best skin comes off the collar where the Scotch fillet is, which is there. So we're just going to transfer this over a bit, and it's just a good thing to learn because some pork skin crackles better than others. So then we're going to turn that over, and again we're going to be pulling off the meat. Run your knife down and just carry on going. And yeah, just slowly pull that off. And then we're just going to lay it into our piece of meat. So that piece there is off the arm bone. Most of that will just go into pork trim for our sausages. So just get that, chuck that over there. And this part here, we're just going to roll it out a bit. Remember, always looking for any tendons in there, because you don't want this, off the shoulder blade, it's very gristly there, so you don't want that. I'm just going to cut that, and there's a flap there. We're just going to peel that off like that. And here we have the blade, or some people around the world call it the collar, or the blade, but we're just going to, so there doesn't fit, so we're going to get our knife, run it through there like that. So sort of, but like a butterfly lamb leg, put it in there, space it all out, make it fit the piece of crackle, roll that up. And another way is to make it more meat in there, as you can see. So that fits perfectly. This piece would go over that side. Trim this part off. So again, that goes into your sausages. This part here just sits on there perfectly. And we wrap that around like that. And take off our safety glove. Get some string. Again, you've all seen the video on how to tie a butcher's knot. Again, if you haven't, it'll be in the link will be in the description. So again, boom. These are really cool. I love making pork roasts, pork shoulder roast, boneless ones. They're my favourite. We'll probably, remember, go one in the middle for a knot, on the side. I'll do a slow one now for people who haven't seen. So go up, watch the finger, over, under, make a loop, pull through, and then this all in one motion. So many knots out there. I've seen so many people do some really freaky, complicated knots. Doesn't need to be hard. This is one of the easiest that I find, for fastest, and to get all the knots in one go. So once you've made one, 3 pieces, go in the half again, and it'll start making it a lot harder. The meat will firm up in there and become tighter. So we'll do one more there so you all can see, but there is a video that we have made before on me going a lot slower with the knot tying. So you can watch it, but we'll do one more and then that'll be pretty much close to it. There's one cool little roast. So as I said, when you're making your Boston butts, save the skin off the top. If you get a whole pork shoulder like I did, and you can make these cool mini boneless roasts for your family with heaps of crackle, because everybody loves crackle. And yeah, so that's a boneless roast, just out of the waste part of a Boston butt, or that people don't ever use. They just put it into sausages or dice it or anything, but that would be a cool, it's going to be an awesome pork roast. It's got boneless product and it's got the crackle. And remember, that's a Boston butt, bone in. If you want to do a boneless one, we'll come back to another video on that. And remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video.